Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today. You guys, I am back today with Red versus Blue. Today we're going to be doing a little something different. So as you know, last time I finished up season 4. Before we move on to season 5, we have a mini series to check out, you guys. I cannot imagine like what this is going to address aside from like all of the crazy stuff that happened at the end of the season, or like for all I know it's going to be totally pertaining to something totally different. I honestly have no clue, but I think it's really fascinating that we stuck a mini series in here in between, and I can't wait to know what it's all about. I will briefly get into my lingering thoughts on the last several episodes that I watched at the end of season 4. But first off, I just want to say if you are joining me early today, you know just what that means. That means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I am sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much. Also, if it looks like I've tried to fix this up, but if it looks like I've been crying or it sounds like I've been crying, it's because I just filmed a very emotional reaction to another show. Has nothing to do with Red versus Blue. I just thought I'd point it out in case they sound or look sniffly. Also, I just want to give a big shout out to Tyler, who is one of my awesome patrons, who puts together all of these playlists and batch info and everything for me ahead of time, like way ahead of time, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to look anything up with spoilers. It's super awesome, and I think we should all just like give him a big hand because that helps so much. So thank you, Tyler. Yay! Shout out to Tyler. So yeah, guys. Boy, did season 4 end with a bang. We had, it's weird to say that on a show where like we have a literal bomb, but yeah, so we had a lot of stuff going on because we had the whole thing with, oh my God, I just didn't want to laugh, but I couldn't help it with Caboose and Andy and the trickery. And, we had the whole, Tucker pregnancy thing. So that's the thing now. Tucker's a parent, apparently, they didn't really like show anything, but I'm like, oh my God. So I have no idea if like that's going to be a thing that sticks around. Like, is the alien baby just going to be a part of the crew now? Like, who even knows, you guys? I have no idea. Because just when you think like, oh, okay, this is where they're going to go with it, we're off in like a totally different spot at like the end of the arc or the end of the season. We had the whole, like, they're finally addressing this whole shadiness with like the headquarters, and apparently this whole thing with Vic, and like Vic shouldn't have descendants and all this stuff, and headquarters is always super vague on their orders, which like, what does that mean? And why are we here? See what I did there? So I can't really predict at this point. It should have like a super loud noise. Oh, it's plow or a shovel of some kind. I don't know. It sounded really loud and really close at first. Yeah, but I have no leg to stand on with any of my neighbors because they're the ones who have to hear me screaming like every reaction. So yeah, we're even. Anywho, I honestly could not predict where we're going with any of these. I feel like anything I predict is not going to be as clever or as outlandish as what they're going to come up with on this show. Like, I cannot possibly try to get in their minds. I'm just like super impressed that like we may have started like not at a like not in a, you know, big established company of any kind. Like, this started very, very small, but you just have to respect not only the dedication, but also just how stinking clever and smart they were in the writing, and the jokes. I mean, even just like the plots of the show, they really could have just done like fun slapstick skits and everything. It still would have been fun to watch, but I think the fact they're actually like trying to weave this complex story throughout, it is really impressive. So, yeah, I'm ready to see this mini series. I don't I don't know what I'm in for, but I'm excited. So without further ado, you guys, we are going to be watching parts 1 through 5 today. What do you say we go ahead and get started with Out of Mind, the mini-series. Let's go. I don't know how the sound is. We'll see. Heck yeah! Out of Mind. Sweet. Oh, I already feel like I'm part of an event. Part 1.
Who there? Look alive.
Crikey, boss seems like he's in a bad mood today.
No kidding.
What's going on with his bum, mate?
Probably just tomorrow.
Hold on a bit. Hear that?
Hear what?
Hear that?
Hear what?
Come on, you gotta hear that one.
Hear what? Oh.
Ah!
crap.
Oh! Ooh! What's that text?
Gotcha now, mate. What's that noise?
Oh, do you though? Yeah.
Hope I didn't scare you, fellas.
Oh!
I've
Ow.
been tracking my old friend, Wyoming.
Okay.
That he'd lead me to his boss. But I wasn't having any luck until he came here. Now, I hate locked doors, but at least that means there's something or someone worth locking up.
Okay, we're onto something.
I have a pretty good sixth sense, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was walking right into a...
Oh! Oh no!
Well, look who abandoned her mates to follow me. I'm flattered, of course, but you'll pardon me for not acting surprised, Tex.
Oh, by the way, I'm Tex.
Oh my god, we're gonna follow
I know
Tex.
it's the guy's name.
And it seems you killed my two best guards.
I think it's a good name.
Bugger.
Oops. Sorry about that.
That's why they were
Fault, my dear. Tomorrow's
British
payday.
accents.
You actually saved me quite a bit of money. Kill anyone else, and I might have to start paying you commission.
Oh my god, this is so
Oh,
like
right.
James
Here
Bond.
I thought you were spending all this time trying to get close to me. Tisk, tisk.
Cut the shit. Where is he?
Yes, he asks about you too, Tex. It's
Where's-
almost as if you two are on the same mind.
That's not funny.
Sorry, but I can't play
What do
that
we-
next day. I'm entirely too busy.
So it's gonna be like an action adventure starring Tex, and I'm all about it.
What's all for now?
So here's my problem. Wyoming was my only lead. Losing him would mean losing any chance of finding his boss.
Okay.
There was no way I was
Looking
gonna
for
let that
boss.
happen. Wyoming didn't know it, but he was gonna lead me right to it.
Oh! Got a little tracking.
Go ahead.
Did she take the bait?
Indeed. Hook, line, and sinker, mate.
Oh
Hook,
no!
line, and sinker.
They're tricking her.
Greetings, fellow
Oh no!
before you go.
Oh, guys. Okay, can I just say, oops, I have to get to the next one first. Can I just say that I am delighted at the fact that this is an action adventure starring Tex. I'm all about that. I will watch a whole spinoff about Tex. I personally am very interested in where this is going. Because we've never had like this story at the forefront about like Wyoming and everything. So unfortunately it does sound like they are tricking her. She thought she was tricking them and they're tricking her. So I don't know where we're gonna land on this, but guys, I am so ready for this. Oh wow. As much as I want to deal with all the stuff that happened at the end of last season, I'm so here for this. Let's go. Part 2.
I want to see some hustle out there. I mean, the hard work kind of hustle, not the disco scam kind of hustle.
Oh, no disco?
On that earlier.
There was like
Well, it's
confusion
good.
about that.
Not better than this regulation blue stuff they give the rest of us.
They told us each one has a unique ability. I've been trying to figure out what mine is.
Tex, you don't have to do this.
Oh,
I'm doing it
is
because
this?
I have to.
It's just that there's all these rumors about these experiments they're running. They're taking computer programs and putting them inside of people's heads.
The AI.
Sounds a little crazy.
You know I
So
can't
this is a
talk about it
flashback?
with you.
I know.
Technically, you're not even supposed to be here.
I know. Hey, Leonard, come on. Yeah, hold on a second, Jimmy.
Yes, I think it best you go, Private. We've got real military work to do here. Perhaps you should go back to your training. Learn how to get shot properly.
Yeah, thanks. I was already leaving.
Wow.
Tex,
The cat just the guy in the background.
He was right about the
It's
rumors.
so wrong.
Every one of the operatives was paired and implanted with some kind of modified AI.
Yep.
They were supposed to make us faster or stronger, or in my case, just plain meaner. The experiment worked for a while, then people just started going crazy.
Yeah, it's almost like you put crazy
And
stuff in
the AI
people's
models,
heads.
deleting them one by one.
Wow.
Problem was, some of the AIs didn't want to be deleted. They began resisting the removal process.
Interesting.
The one in my head, Omega, was one of the difficult ones.
Were they?
Since
It's like
couldn't
they were
erase him,
AIs, but
decided to
they.
erase both of us.
Ooh.
And that didn't go over so well. By the time we
Wow.
escaped the facility, it was pretty clear I had to do something to get rid of Omega for good. Unfortunately, it's pretty hard to hide your thoughts from something that lives inside
That's
your
the
head.
thing. Is like you
It wasn't
can't
that
really
long
be.
before he figured out how to
sneaky.
jump out of me and into other people using the radio.
Yeah, it's like they learned to like they were actual living
So
things
removing
though. They
him
learned to
was
like
the easy
adapt
part.
and
Killing him was going to be
survive.
a different story. And as much as I hate to admit it,
I'm gonna need some help.
Gotcha. Oh man, I love the flashback. That's pretty cool. Last time we had a flashback, it was Church going back in time and messing stuff up. There's nothing after this, right? No, this is just like credits and stuff. Okay, so nice little refresher on the whole story of how O'Malley and everything came about. And also just interesting to see like them back in the day, you know what I mean? Okay. So that was a little brief look at the AI situation. And the one thing that stood out to me is that for like AI, they took on like living characteristics very quickly of like learning, adapting, and just also having like the drive to survive. You know what I mean? Like resisting killing and everything. It makes me wonder, like, were they AI that just evolved very quickly, or was it even AI to begin with? So I don't know. I could just be getting, you know, my imagination could be getting away with me. But let's find out, you guys. Part 3. Also, when we're following text, it's like just got a little bit more of a serious tone. Like, we still have funny stuff, like the guy in the background in the last one, but... Okay, part 3. Commercial district. Who's this?
All right, freeze.
Oh, sorry, officer. I lost my keys to my shop here, and I was trying to figure out a way to,
You never were a very good liar, York.
Oh!
I haven't been called York in a really long time.
We're getting to
Hello,
see one of the
Allison.
other.
I haven't been called Allison in a really long time. You down to petty
Allison.
theft now, York? Seems like a waste of your talents.
Hey, whatever pays the rent. There's not much call for
Commercial
a former
district, I've never been
infiltration
here.
specialist these days.
I think that's about
Where even
to
is
change.
this?
There's a place I need to get into, and they don't want me to get into it.
You know, they never do.
It's...
What do you think, Dee? Should we trust her?
That depends.
Say hi.
Is he still with her?
What the? You still have yours?
Alarm. Threat level raised. 71% chance of violent
Okay,
outcome.
take it easy.
Chance of defeating Agent Omega Texas in
What's
combat
going on
is
here?
extremely unlikely.
Thank you,
Omega
Dee.
Texas is
Look,
what
put the
they
weapon
call
down,
her.
Tex. Delta's not a threat to anyone. Never was.
Okay.
You know, if anyone should
So
be
some
nervous
of them
about
are
onboard passengers
aggressive.
around here, it should be me.
Well, don't be nervous. Omega's gone.
Chance of defeating Agent Texas? Still very unlikely.
Okay.
It does
I get
not
it.
need an AI to
Retire
kick your
now.
butt.
Executing.
Let's go inside.
Okay, what's going on? Because some of them are coexisting and...
Actually, I had an interior decorator help me.
Oh, it shows.
Dead now. Look,
Oh!
Tex, are you absolutely sure he's not anywhere in that head of yours?
Omega's gone. That's why I'm here.
Oh. Let me guess. He's gone, but that's not good enough. You want to kill him, too.
He spent a lot of time in my head, York. You know what it's like. Whatever they think, we think. Whatever we know...
But he's
they
still
know.
getting along
Yeah,
with his, so why?
I'm familiar. Remember all Reggie's dumb knock-knock jokes?
York, this is serious. Omega wants to do a lot of bad things. I already know where he is. I just need your help to get in.
Okay.
He's not alone. Wyoming.
Ah, speak of the devil. Okay, let's say I do this. What's in it for me?
Payback. How's the vision in your eye?
Still blurry.
Oh. Something
Hurts when
happened
I
to his
read.
eye.
Well then, how about a little revenge?
Revenge
You know-
mission.
Technically, you're the reason I have one bad eye.
I want to hear
No.
the eye story.
Technically, I'm the reason you still have one good eye.
It's a glass half full
What do you
thing.
think, D?
Agent Texas poses a serious risk to any mission. The spontaneous ejection of AI can be catastrophic to the psyche of an agent.
She seems okay to me.
May I remind you what
This is
happened when
good.
Program Gamma removed itself from Agent Wyoming?
That won't be necessary, D.
Oh.
Look, what's your recommendation? Are we in or we out?
Gamma. So
Tactical
we had
matrix is
Omega,
incalculable.
Delta.
Outcome is uncertain. Chance of success is unknown. But a little payback would be nice.
We're in.
Why is Delta like all right and the other ones didn't? That's so weird. Maybe it depends on who it's. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta say, and I was just saying this earlier, and I stand by it. They're great with the jokes, but dang, when they want, well, we knew that because look at all the Rooster Teeth shows that are like amazing. Like we know that like they could do more than jokes, but you know what I mean though? It's like when they want to do an actual like plot heavy action story, it's there. It's there. Okay. I'm just getting the next one loaded up, which is why I'm okay. Hang on. So before I start this one off, I'll just say, okay, let's review. So some of the AI can peacefully coexist with the host. Some of them can't. When they're forcibly removed, it can really damage the psyche. And we know a few of them so far. She had Omega. This guy, York, has Delta and still has Delta. And Wyoming had Gamma. So I don't know if that's going to be important at all. For me to remember all those, probably isn't. I tried to take stock of like names, but because you guys know how I am with names. But all right. So we've recruited some help, and now we're on our way. It seems. Let's find out. Part 4. Let's go. I'm loving the like look at them with their little title cards. Loving it. Also getting to see like much different places than we usually see. Commercial district, like I don't know where we are or like, but it looks. I mean, this doesn't look much different, but.
Really worried. There hasn't been any movement for days. It looks like they've bunkered down or left.
Yeah. What do you think, D?
If Omega is inside the building, we must enter to locate him. If he has already left, that building contains the only clues to his current location.
So we're gonna have
In
to go
either
in.
scenario,
Let's go.
We get the gist. Thank you.
Okay then, stick to the plan. We split, maintain visual, no radios, movement on 4s. Sync,
Synced.
go.
York, I am concerned. I have been monitoring Agent Texas. Her vital statistics are well above normal.
I'm sure she's just tense, D. Okay? I am too, and I'm not fighting something that lived in my head for a few years.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But the anomaly is worth noting. Once we encounter the
Anomaly?
target, her emotions may make her actions
Okay,
erratic.
this is just
What can I
because
tell ya?
she's acting on
It's just one
emotion,
of the things that makes us human.
or
D.
is there something still in
Excellent
there?
point, York. I was not looking at it from a flawed perspective. I will try to
Thank
do so in
you.
the future.
Well, it sure would make these conversations easier. Thanks for coming down to my level, D.
Thank you for
I'm
being
here
flawed.
to assist.
Has no clue of the sarcasm. That's okay though. Oh, Delta seems nice. How come some of them are okay? And some of them are like O'Malley's like muhaha
What's the lock?
evil.
This teleporter will take us up top.
Whoa, whoa. You said an encrypted lock. This is a holographic lock.
Is there a difference?
Yeah. Hence the two
What's the
names.
difference?
So can you open it or not?
Of course I can. It's so
Oh.
much harder. I
Okay.
just brought it up because I wanted you to realize how kick-ass I am.
I'm
Okay.
convinced. Get to work.
York, why are we doing this? Killing Omega will not repair the damage he did to your
I'm
optic
not doing
nerve.
it to fix my eye, D. I'm doing it because my eye is broken.
I apologize, but that does not make sense to me.
Omega and Allison were always the best. No one could compete with them. Not me, not Wyoming, not anybody. Trying
Okay.
to beat them when I should have given up is how I got hurt in the first place.
Oh, so it is pride. I was registering an emotion, but I incorrectly categorized it as stupidity.
Ouch! D is brutal. Oh, I hear something off of. Hey! Oh. I hear something off in the distance. So what is that about? Also kind of interesting to get this like different perspective on Tex, and also like a little bit about like what things were like in the past when Tex was like this special operative and had the AI and everything. I feel like we spent so much time without like focusing on any of that, or without her having the AI, because she lost it pretty early on, and it's been jumping around ever since, as we know. Let me just get, okay, next one. The last part is ready to go, you guys. I don't know what kind of resolution we're gonna have here. I don't know, because we just saw O'Malley, but I'm not exactly sure when this takes place, like with our current timeline. So I honestly don't know, but it is kind of fun, isn't it, to like get some background on Tex that isn't like from the narrative of church. It's kind of interesting to get like others' perspectives on it. And we're meeting some new characters too. So, all right, guys, part 5. What is going to happen here? Like, what is our resolution going to be? Let's find out. All right. I mean, I would venture to guess this takes place between 4 and 5. So after season 4,
I'll take
probably.
the lead. Give me 15 seconds and follow. Sync.
Sync. Need you to stay tight, D. Watch my bad side.
Of course. Watching left. Execute in 3, 2, 1. Execute. Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
Cover right behind you.
Oh! Whoa!
Taking Alpha Mark.
I'm so glad I turned the captions on.
Next 30 seconds. Bravo Mark. Data on small explosives.
Holy crap!
Copy. Copy. D. Go to speaker for Mark.
Speaker active. Mark.
Wow, they're just like...
Enemy eliminated. 92% efficiency. 36 rounds of 39.
What is even happening?
Cover!
Alarm.
Oh my God!
York, are you okay?
It's that damn left side.
D, info.
York
Oh!
has sustained 2 wounds to his upper left chest.
No,
Recommend
York!
evac stat.
Just need a minute.
Administering field stint and
Wait.
analgesic.
Wait. Tex. Don't let him.
York is now unconscious.
Oh, what?
Alarm. Target Alpha has reloaded.
How bad is it, D?
York will not survive.
No!
Okay, D, hop into me. I'll host you until we get out of this.
Thank
Okay.
you, Allison. But I would prefer to stay with York.
That's
He will need me to maintain his pain medication.
An AI can't fall into enemy
Really?
hands, D.
He
If
really
you're in there when it dies,
cares.
you know what the armor's protocol will do to you.
I would prefer to stay with York.
That's very kind of you, D.
It's just part of what makes us human, Tex.
What? Why would you? But that's... But... What? I'm so confused. Also, I'm like genuinely affected that York is dying and that Delta wants to stay with him. What is going on?
What's this?
Don't move.
How in bloody hell?
Thanks for the light show, D.
I'm here to assist.
Oh, bollocks.
However, I'm afraid I will not be able to assist you further. York's armor is beginning to shut down.
I understand.
Good luck to both.
Both of us. You must be failing if you wish your enemy luck.
Good and evil are human constructs, Reginald. I was merely attempting to be courteous.
One more
Wow.
freelancer gone. I'm afraid the reunion committee will be none too happy to hear about that.
Can it? Tell me where Omega is and don't play dumb with me.
Hardly. I do believe our dear Omega is currently killing all your friends in that miserable canyon.
What?
Oh.
Why?
I might have mentioned you were there. He's quite keen to make your acquaintance again.
But you saw me at the Snow Fortress.
Tex, may I remind you I still have a contract on some of those people at Blood Gulch. I figured why not kill 8 birds with one stone, eh?
Oh my
You
God.
just signed his death warrant.
Afraid not, my dear. You see, he's already moved on to someone else, and you'll have no way of telling who.
Who did he jump into?
That,
not gonna
Tex,
tell
is
you.
between me and Omega. Oh, but you'll find out soon enough.
You know what? You don't have to tell me. All I have to do is pummel you senseless, rip off your helmet, and access your communication logs. I know
Oh!
exactly where he is.
Tex does not play!
Well, in that case, perhaps I shall tell you.
Nah, I like my way better.
Ow! Ah! Yikes! Oh, they're not gonna... Oh, you... Oh. Doing me dirty here. They're doing me dirty! I don't like it. I do like it. I like the suspense. All right, you guys. Very interesting. So I'm assuming this takes place between 4 and 5. So... Okay. So just to be clear, so this is happening. O'Malley is off doing that. Is that what's happening, or is it taking place at a different time? That's the only part I was like slightly confused about, was like the exact timeline. But assuming that this is all happening like after season 4, did O'Malley jump into someone else besides Doc? Also, totally different tone. Can we agree? Like, that was I really liked it. I really liked the, like, very, serious tone, but yet it didn't feel like serious dramatic. It felt like sharp action serious. Like I was watching an action movie. It was really good. And we still got our jokes up in there. We still got our jokes up in there with a guy talking in the background about, like, women and children and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, we're still watching Red versus Blue. Don't worry. Can we talk about, first of all, I'm so sad about York. Second of all, I'm so sad about Delta. That was like, when Delta said that's part of what makes us human, I'm like, but you're not human. Why are you thinking that way? Like, is AI affected by who it hosts to? I don't know. Or like, are some of the AI different? Did some of them develop differently? That like some of them are aggressive and some of them are not? But like the way he wanted to stay with him, he's like, I need to maintain his pain meds. I'm like, no, I've known this person for 5 minutes and I'm gonna cry. That was so flippin' good, guys. Is this kind of the tone you guys were telling me about, that we're kind of headed in this direction? Like we'll still have all our moments, but we're kind of headed towards a little bit more of this more serious tone? Or is it going to be an entirely different tone? I really don't know. I loved following Tex, and it makes total sense that if you're going to have a tonal shift, it would be when you're following a character like Tex, because Tex is very like smart alecky and everything, but also a lot more like all business and you know, not nearly as like outlandish. I mean, definitely she has her moments when like you see her in the context of all the other characters, but that made sense that, like, if we're following her and the other characters aren't there, it is going to have a much more heavy tone. So, wow, that was really good, but I couldn't believe they cut me off there. So, again, like, are we going to be dealing with this now in season 5, or did this take place another time? I'm guessing we're going to be dealing with this in season 5. And that's going to be a storyline with Tex, is that Tex is going, and apparently O'Malley is, like, killing everyone, so... yeah, so that's the thing. So alien baby in headquarters and all that notwithstanding. Also, like, this program was run, I'm assuming, by like the same people who are giving us the vague orders and all the other stuff. And it kind of makes sense that they're just doing like random experimentations and then just kind of like coolly disposing of anyone and anything that doesn't work out. Really begs the question of what the heck is really going on here, and what is this really about? Because it's clearly not about any kind of like actual war, I think, between the Reds and the Blues, or just like, I don't know, they mentioned fighting aliens once, and it's like, doesn't seem like it's about that really, but why are we here? Oh man, guys, that was great. That was really good. Not what I was expecting. Last time we had an extraneous piece of content to watch for Red versus Blue, it was like them doing that weird like play thing. Do you remember that? So yeah, I was not expecting that. That was awesome. Oh, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. Can't wait to see what's going to happen now. It's going to be good, you guys. All right. I loved it. Hope you enjoyed watching along with me. Join me, please, next time for kicking off season 5. I was informed recently that there are actually 19 seasons. I thought there were 13, and there are actually 19. So we're kicking off season 5, and we do still have a long way to go. But we're making our way, guys. We're making our way pretty fast. So, all right, you guys, that was awesome. Thank you so much for watching along with me. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. And please be sure to join me next time for season 5. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.